It's more than not so much an answer question, as much as like your voice acting question. Okay. As far as you guys like getting into the industry, how did that process really go for you?
How do we get in?
Well, yeah, more or less get in. Some people go to school for 8 years, they just get heard one day, oh yeah, that'll happen. How did you guys see how that worked?
Both of us have degrees in theater, so I'll start there. And Chris, why don't you tell your little journey, because it's pretty cool.
Journey?
Your journey's pretty cool.
Let's see, it was, the year was 1998.
It was.
Where were you in 98, everyone?
Were you really 4? You're kidding me.
I just asked so I can feel twice as old as I
How old
did.
were you really 4 and you were really 2? Oh my God!
So the answer is you were walking around pulling on things and breaking stuff.
I was 10.
Exactly. Terrible twos. Well, for me in 98, I was also doing that, but I was much older. In 98, I was doing, I already gone to school for theater, and I was doing regional theater, and I was doing some improv troops and stuff, and one of the guys I was doing improv with was a guy, Mike. And then he was a friend of mine, we had agents and stuff, and we tried to tell each other about, hey, there's a new audition coming up, and we should go to that, we should go to that. And he said, hey, and back then we didn't know, there's this company, they're making cartoons in Fort Worth, and you want to go try it? I said, okay. So I auditioned, and it turned out it was Dragon Ball Z, the guy was Mike McFarlane, and it was, whoa! Hello. I got Tim Shinhan and Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z, and that's how that started. And from there, I just kept working there and getting more and more parts from the company, and I started directing and writing, and it just sort of grew. I mean, I believe the more you do, the more you get to do, and so I just kind of stuck with it. So that is my journey, and it led me right here, talking to you. You were 2 years old in 1998. And what did you do?
My story was similar. It's interesting. My best friend is Cynthia Krantz, who plays Chi-Chi on Dragon Ball Z, okay? But I've never told anyone this part of the story. Her friend worked for the Dallas Observer, which is where the listing, that's how she found out about it. The Dallas Observer got a call saying, hey, we want to put an advertisement in for auditions in the Dallas paper, the Dallas Observer, the Fort Worth Star Telegram, and the Fort Worth Weekly at the time for Funimation Productions, or entertainment.
Productions, then.
At that time. And that is how Cynthia found out about it. Her friend did advertising for those people who put in the ad. Isn't that odd? So she gets a call. At the same time, we're in a play together. She's like, she's been working for him for a couple of years. So I come on the scene in 2000. After you were there. And that's how that happened. She was like, hey, you want to come in and audition for a show? It was called Blue Gender. I played Anna Kinder on that show. That was my very first job. Funimation. 10 years ago. 10 years? That's so weird. You were not 2, you were 4. Cool. Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So that's how that happened. And at that point, they didn't really have a lot of low-range women. There weren't that many people working there. When he started, there was like 10, right? 10 people, and maybe when I was there was like 15, 20 at the most. That's shooting high. So it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but it's being in an acting environment where actors talk to actors, plugged in different opportunities, and we were just looking for work and ended up in the right place at the right time, and we had a lot of fun. I can't believe it's been that long. It freaks me out. Like I've known Chris Cason for a decade. It's weird.
That is weird.
Very weird.
Wow.
We could have a 10-year-old. I mean, with that.
I'm back. Yes.
Just to piggyback on the same question, do they show you the character and then you make the voice, or you come up with a voice and then I go, this voice represents this character, so sorry.
We see the character first.
Okay, so do they do a little scene and then you voice to that scene?
Well, it's interesting.
Right, in the audition, do they show you Envy running around and doing stuff?
That is a very good question, by the way, and I have only been asked a couple of times. I don't know why more people don't ask that question. we see, for the most part, the still side. It's just a picture of envy with a description of envy with 5 or 6 lines that are randomly strung together. You know, they don't even make sense at all. You don't know half the time who you're talking to, ever, unless the director tells you. Except for one case. Todd Habercorn will be here later, who plays Wendy. You guys know him? Okay. His auditions, he pulls clips of things. He'll actually show you the character moving like a little tiny just blip of them walking around, doing a flip or whatever it is they're going to do. And I think that helps because it makes a physical decision a lot easier. You can see the way that person moves on their feet, you know? But he's the only person that I know of that's ever done that. Of course, Cason's been to a lot more auditions than me, but for the most part, my experience has been just a side, a still that you see, and you're making a decision based on a picture and a description.
Yeah, and the director will guide, doing an audition guide. Make it a little high, make it a little faster, make it a little. So you come up with an initial idea, and then shepherds it around what he wants, he or she. Although now, we're trying to be a little more shrewd about it. Now you can get online, or there are ways to find out kind of more, you can do more investigation about the show than you used to be able to do. So we try to do that now to be more informed for the audition, but at the end of the day, it's the director's idea. And sometimes if he wants to go completely, or sort of far from the original source, then you just have to. That's the thing about voiceover work is that you really are, it's kind of a director's view, and you're definitely in their hands. You come in to record, it's the only kind of entertainment where you've never read the script before. Unlike a movie or a play, you come in cold, and you just have to hope that...
Other than improv.
Yeah, other than improv, I mean, this is the only scripted thing I should say where you've never read the script. So it's very, you're putting all your faith in the end result and just hoping that you're being guided the right way, in the dark a little bit. That's why Brotherhood was so great, because we already had it coming in. We got to go back in and try to make it better. So, yeah.
How, yes, when staying voice acting, what would you think
Well, squat thrusts are important. This 12 pack didn't make itself. Yeah, well, so how do you get into the industry? That's a good question.
Well, it's different now than it was when we started. Long shot.
Competition.
Yeah, lots of it. So since, I'm going to defer this to Cason since he is a director, he has an interesting perspective because he's the one receiving the reels and the headshots and the files and all that kind of stuff and the resumes. I'm going to give it to you. Is that correct? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Defer.
Defer, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry. It's like, well, whatever.
Timmy.
Keep going. Timmy.
Let's see. So, let's see. You would take, of course, the most important thing is acting classes, theater classes, anything like that. Because a lot of people come in and they're anime fans first, and then they like anime and they want to do it. But of course, if there's no acting training to support it, it's kind of they need more than that. I think you have to have acting chops. I think you have to be in the right place. In other words, if you're a great voice actor living in Kansas, a tree falls in Kansas. I mean, like there's no. So I mean, unless there's a lot of work, unless it's LA.
Well, I mean, there's agents in Kansas and there's theaters in Kansas. So for commercial work, for commercial voiceover, there's opportunities in Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, if
we're
you want
talking specifically for anime, correct?
And I love Kansas.
We love Kansas.
It's not about Kansas. It could have been Nebraska, which I also love.
We love Kansas. We're going there later.
Right. But yeah, so it's but if you talk about anime, I guess I should be specific. It's anime voiceover work you're interested in. LA, Texas, Canada, some parts of where is it? New York. I mean, these are places where it's mostly going on. So if it's kind of you get the training, the acting training, theater training, and then you create a demo, which is about a minute long with different characters, and your best characters, obviously, about 30 seconds each of each. It's only 3 characters. Oh well, you make a demo.
Whatever.
And then, because that's the weird thing too, is that we get demos all the time now. We used to never.
I didn't have a demo.
Yeah, I didn't make a demo
At all.
Not the foundation, but we received demos all the time. So I